see us here?
Language.
Who, pray tell, my good woman, will observe our activity in this chambre by the illumination of a few candlesticks?
Somebody will see. Someone will come. Someone's always watching, waiting for any sign. They'll come and it'll all be over. Do you want that? Do you want it to end? Want our candles snuffed?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Tell me, do you see someone now?
No.
And someone isn't here.
Someone could be hiding. Or invisible. Both.
Just one more. What difference will just one more candle make?
Enough for you to ask for it. Besides, darkness is just a trick of the light. Do you know that if I were to stand on a beach at Calais, holding a lighted candle, on a clear, dark, moonless night, and if you were to stand on a cliff at Dover, you would see the candle I was holding?
What if the moon was shining?
What?
What if the moon was shining? Would I still see the candle?
Possibly.
What if it was raining or foggy? Usually is around Calais.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
I'm trying to understand the parameters of your experiment. What you're saying is, if you hold a candle at the beach of Calais, and I'm standing on the cliff at Dover, on a night where there is no moon, no wind, no rain, no fog, I'd be able to see the candle you're holding, which is why I can't light a candle to better illuminate a room that is otherwise isolated from the outside world.
Yes.
What are the chances of you standing on a beach with no moon, no wind, no rain, no fog?
Slim, I would say.
Then I'm going to take my chances and light a candle.
Don't.
Besides, how do you expect us to play cards in the dark?
There's plenty of light to play cards by.
I can't see them. I can barely see my own feet.
That's because you don't have your glasses on.
They don't suit me.
Put your glasses on and I will light one more candle. Just one more.
Oh, look.
They really don't suit you.
You know, I never realized how small and dirty this place is. Incredible, isn't it? I must have spent hours in here over the years, and I've just never noticed how tiny and decrepit it all is. If I'd left my glasses off, I wouldn't have noticed the rat droppings in the corners, the cobwebs in the rafters.
You're like a politician, blind to what's staring you in the face. Or using every improbable lunatic fringe idea as an argument against the truth.
Wow! If lunatics don't speak their mind, how can we tell that they're lunatics? Besides, one of them might be right, and I need to be prepared for every wild possibility to keep myself in a state of cat-like readiness. Ow.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
So much for cat-like readiness. Are we going to play cards or not?
Fine, get them out.
They are out. I've already shuffled them twice. It's your turn.
Alright then, but I'm lighting a candle.
Don't. It's too bright as it is. Any more and somebody will come.
No, they won't. Nobody didn't come yesterday.
Yes, he did. He came after you left.
Oh. How is he?
A little nonplussed, but generally okay.
Did he say anything?
Yes.
What?
So to turn the bloody light off.
Tell nobody to piss off. I'm lighting a candle.
Do you ever feel like you've lost control over your life? disturbs me deeply. It's like a script written for me, and I'm destined to be the second spear carrier of the left forever. Don't you feel it? The eyes watching you, waiting for you, something interesting for their amusement.
But that's all we are. We're just pawns in some greater game. Someone else has already made all the rules for us. We just have to hope we last out to the end. Personally, I just want to make it to the finale and curtain call with all my limbs intact.
Don't you want any control?
I don't care. I can't see.
Put your glasses on then.
No, they don't suit me. Go fish.
Alright. Do you have the ace of spades?
Yes. Do you have the ace of spades?
Yes. Do you have the ace of spades?
Yes. Do you have the ace of spades?
Oh, yes.
Do you have the ace of spades?
No. Go fish.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I know what I have.
Check again.
Oh. Yeah, here it is. Do you have the ace... Shit. Someone's here.
Oh, don't be silly. It won't be someone. Maybe it's nobody again.
No, he's out with someone else today.
Oh, they make a cute couple.
Who could possibly be here at this time, at this place, at this hour?
Well, it could be anybody. Genghis Khan in a lavender frock selling matches to get the Mongol Empire out of Hong. Parties of nuns on roller skates out on a drunken pub crawl, searching for the silver chalice of St. Bruce the Divine to regurgitate into before continuing their hedonistic pursuits.
Will you shut up? It's them. I'm sure it's them.
A man in a silk coat riding on a unicycle, spouting pearls of wisdom that he's gathered on his travels, and discussing the meaning of life with any small children who will listen to him.
Shut up, or I will flog you.
I'm just saying it could be anybody. Check the door and find out.
No, what if it's somebody?
It won't be somebody. It's a dressmaker from the Argentine who's endeavoring to sell people an idea for a corset made out of banana peels. And although tight fitting, slides on wonderfully.
I'll take a peek.
Well, is it somebody?
No, it's no one.
Oh, I don't know no one.
But you know somebody. Oh, actually, I think it's a priest.
Oh, I don't like priests. What does he look like?
Dark clothes.
Hmm.
Funny collar.
Yeah.
Big old book tucked under his arm.
Yep, that's a priest. Don't make any noise. Maybe he'll go away. I hate priests. Especially the door-to-door variety. I mean, I don't mind if they stay in their god houses and wait to snatch souls as they come past, but the hunting variety, no, always trouble.
But do you believe in them?
Fairies. I believe in fairies. Not like little naked people with butterfly wings, but real fairies.
Don't be stupid. There's no evidence of fairies existing.
Well, I believe I saw one once. I could see it, I felt its presence. For me, it was real.
Probably just swamp gas. Or dry. drugs. You do a lot of drugs, you know.
The occasional cup of tea doesn't make me an addict.
It's still drugs.
Look, whatever, I don't care. The point is, in that moment, the wonder of everything and all of creation was inside me. And there was no priest there to tell me how to feel about it or what it meant, and no scientist to give me the formula or reason for its existence. It just was. Curse you, science! You know what they call science they used to call magic?
Yeah, and you got burnt at the stake for it. So without any rules to follow, how do you know the difference between right and wrong?
Well, I decide what's right and wrong for me, and if I get it wrong, society or the law will punish me for it, not some guy in a red leotard with a pitchfork. Let's take masturbation as an example.
Self-pollution.
I'm not polluting myself. Look, it's not like I'm doing anything dirty or unnatural. Besides, it's fun, I'm not hurting anyone. Why is it a sin?
Because every time you touch yourself, the angels cry. The nuns told me so in the convent.
Bullshit.
It's not bullshit. The nuns told me it. Why would they tell me something that isn't true?
Look, they can't tell you what's right without defining it by what's wrong.
And that's what you think religion is like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I know what I believe in.
Well, how do you decide what to believe in? I mean, the Greeks and Romans had a god for almost everything. It was like their way of defining the world.
Pagans were just silly with all those gods. Who needs a god for the kettle or the toaster? Besides, it was all the way to make money, you know? All those offerings to the gods every time something didn't work.
Oh, dear electrician, my toaster doesn't work. Will you interpret the signs and take this offering of money to make it well again?
Sure, no problem. I'll just pray to the electric pope and all will be well. Let's look at prayers. What if the act of believing in something can actually make it real? Then what happens when you stop believing? Does it stop existing? Or is there like a green room somewhere full of gods that are just waiting to re-enter existence when they're called on?
What I believe in is real.
Well, that's the point I'm making. The act of belief can make its own version of reality. It's like self-inflicted bondage. Let's take the biggest example, the Catholics.
I'm a Catholic.
Well, yes, I assumed as much since you went to a convent school.
Yes, the nuns were Catholic.
Yeah, what order were they?
Little sisters of the weeping pustules of Jesus.
Yes, well, certainly sound very Catholic. Anyway, you're a Catholic, and as a papist, you have to accept everything the Church says as law. Otherwise, you're not, by definition, a true Catholic. You don't get to say, I'm a Catholic, but the holy man says, love all of your brothers without condition. His followers, usually after he's died, say, love most of your brothers, but not the ones that we don't like. Then their followers say, love some of your brothers, but not the ones that don't think like us. Till eventually, down the line, it becomes, kill all the heretics. They don't realize that they've become heretics.
The devil in the variation, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, how many of the faithful actually sat down and read the book cover to cover without someone there to tell them what it all means?
Oh, it looks cold. I'm gonna let him in. Besides, your soul is in peril. You could do with a little Bible action.
The only way Bible action is going to save my soul is if you use one to hit him over the head to stop him running away. Don't let him in.
Too late.
Oh, thank you for that. It was getting a little bit cold out there, but you know what they say. Hey ho, the wind and the rain. You know, the rain is raineth every day.
Yes, it's cold outside. Would you like some nice wine?
Yes. No, thank you. I have my own.
A little sip of the old communion wine.
Pardon? Oh, no! It's rum. Gets the blood flowing, you know?
Alright, that rules out Muslim, Mormon, or Orthodox. Are you Christian?
Pardon?
Are you a Christian minister?
Mary, no! Good sir, I am a Shakespearean!
What?
I am a Shakespearean. I am one of the founders of the Church of Shakespeare. It's my life calling to travel door to door and spread the good word of our pardoned Saviour. William Shakespeare.
Blasphemy!
I've represented in the works of the great bard, and, well, we live our lives by his teaching.
What teachings? You wrote plays?
Yes, the complete works. There is a little dispute as to whether the folio or the quarto are more accurate, but essentially, it's all there. Everything mankind needs to live its life by. In this book right here, you'll find teachings on love and marriage, justice, retribution, politics, and all in much clearer terms than most other religious movements.
Alright. Say I'm envious of what my brother has. Now, the Bible would point me to Cain and Abel. What can you offer?
Othello. Beware of jealousy. It is the green-eyed beast that mocks the meat it feeds upon.
Okay. My wife is argumentative and cross with me, even though I have her best interests at heart, like Noah's wife.
Aha! Taming of the Shrew. Act 5, Scene 2. Unknit that threatening and unkind brow, and does not scornful glances from those eyes. Truly, it's all here in the complete works. Teachings on hatred, anger, betrayal, revenge. Having some family problems. King Lear. Maybe you're troubled by depression or feeling inadequate. Read Hamlet. Is your career maybe not moving as fast as you'd like? Well, Macbeth's the one for you.
The Scottish play.
No, I mean a Macbeth. We don't go in for any of that silly superstition here. Macbeth's always been incredibly lucky for me. Furnished my house with the profits from the last one.
Say I have trouble with my teenagers.
Yeah, Bible says you're supposed to stone them.
Romeo and Juliet.
I feel society's against me and I want revenge.
Ooh. Titus Andronicus is a step-by-step guide to solving your problem. It's easy as pie. Cannibalism, a touchy subject.
Well, that's all well and good, but the problem I often find, as I was just discussing with my learned friend here, is the restrictions that religions often place on you. I can't follow a religion that dictates how I live it.
Oh, no, that's not us. The Bard teaches that all aspects of human behavior are natural, but they also have their ramifications. It's all well and good to decide to shape your destiny by whatever means possible, like Richard III. But don't be surprised if you end up dead in a field somewhere. Free will is a big thing with us.
We believe in free will. It's in the Bible.
Yes, it is. But the church spends so much time and effort on trying to scare the crap out of you with these tales of hell and damnation. Eat meat on a Friday, the devil will get you. Working on the Sabbath is an aberration against God. Masturbate and Beelzebub, shove a pitchfork up your ass.
Self-pollution!
Where do you stand on masturbation? Is it allowed?
We're a theatrical religion, darling. It's mandatory.
Right, sounds good. Sign me up.
Pardon?
Sign me up. Baptize me. Give me the blessing. Make me one with the bar.
No, we don't go in for that silly nonsense here. You.
And how do I know I belong?
You just do. Take the plays, the poems, the sonnets, read them every day and take comfort from them. Interpret them as best suits you and you'll be fine.
Alright. Where do I pray? You guys must have a church or something.
No.
Rituals, rites of passage.
No.
Really? Well, what kind of a religion are you? I mean, no priest, no church, no complicated rituals. For a theatrical religion, you're not very theatrical. I mean, people need the ritual and the pageant. Without the costumes and the incense, how do they know anything's working? It's all just a bunch of words.
We do have some rituals and costumes, of course, but nothing that's necessary in order for you to really connect with the bard. Maybe we should get some, though. Hire a choreographer to come up with some obscure gestures. Get a dramaturg in to come up with some meaning to what we already have. I mean, to be honest, you can't be sure any of the other religions really know what they're going on about anyway. What with all those parables and letters to obscure tribes.
Yeah, dear God of Revelations. What a drug-induced psychobabble that was. That's some very funny mushrooms in that cave.
Exactly. I mean, who the hell knows who Habakkuk is? But everybody knows Romeo, don't they? You see, what people need are clear and concise instructions. If you kill somebody in order to gain power, you're going to get caught. No matter how much chaos and havoc you wreak, it will all come to nothing. When it comes down to it, life is but a walking shadow. A tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Sounds a bit cold and empty to me.
Well, it can actually be quite comforting. I mean, don't worry about the afterlife. There isn't going to be a happily ever after. You are not coming back. It is the undiscovered country from whose borders there are no returns. When you die, they put you in the ground and that's it. They make worms meat out of you. It's better to live for today. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date.
So, how long have you guys been around? I mean, Shakespeare died quite a while ago.
We are on par with most official religions. All the prophets had followers at the time they were alive, you know, a little group of people to tell their stories to. There's a little bit of denial after they've died. It's all written by somebody else. No. Some judicious editing by interested parties. Then, 400 years after the bard died, we formed as an official religion. Actually, we came up with the idea backstage in a tent at the Stratford Festival about 5 years ago.
Jesus died for us. He was crucified.
So were we, dear, by every critic in Stratford. To be honest with you, there's no real money in theatre. The real cash is in religion. But you don't really see much of a return unless you have a few thousand followers, or you're a sect like the Brechtians.
So, how many have you got so far?
If you two convert, it will be an even 50.
So, why does it always take so long to get started? I mean, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, now Shakespeare. They all take around 400 years or so before a straggling group of followers gains enough momentum to form as a religion. If the prophets have such a connection with the people, why does it always take so long to get the ball rolling?
Because they're all ahead of their time. It takes time and distance to see the truth.
But then the truth gets clouded, doesn't it? The man on the pulpit is looked up to and adored as a bringer of the truth. The people look up to him and will do whatever he says because it brings them closer to God. This feels good, he thinks. They listen to me, they do what I tell them. Hey, I don't like the people next door. I don't like what others believe in. I don't like homosexuals. They make me uncomfortable. I wouldn't think these things. I'm a good person. God must have told me to think them because I've always done God's will. They're against me, and I do the will of God. So if they're against me, they're against the will of God. If it's against the will of God, it must be evil. Everything that is evil must be destroyed. I say unto you, they are an abomination in the eyes of God. God is love. Show him that you love him, and smite them from the earth. How long? How long until you go through something like that? How long was there between Constantine and the Crusades, Muhammad and the first jihad? They all thought they were fighting for the right thing, for truth, for freedom. There's a saying that says, he who spends too long in the company of dragons will become a dragon himself.
Yes, and if you stare too long into the abyss stares into you. And you, my friend, have become an abyss. Listen, I very much doubt that we're going to declare a crusade on musical theatre or a fatwa on Bob Fosse and Andrew Lloyd Webber. I told you we're not like that. We're a simple religion.
Maybe not yet, but you will be. They all start out like you, a small band, going door to door, preaching what they believe in. Then they get some more followers, they get a church, they build a stage, and hey kids, it's showbiz!
It's not showbiz, it's faith.
Well, to quote a great showman, everyone's in showbiz because of the lights. The essence of God is dead. It's been stage managed out of existence. The The Great Father isn't coming in the sky in some golden spaceship to carry us all the way. Surf's up, Earthman. Ride it out alone.
Yes, but what's important to us is the message. It's all relative to your own life.
Not relative to me. It's a lot of stories in a language that I don't understand.
When was the last time you actually read a Bible?
In Hamlet, Polonius says to his son, "Give every man your ear, but few your voice. Neither a borrower nor lender be. To thy own self be true." What better words of wisdom could a father offer to a parting child? You don't need to believe in anything otherworldly, nothing miraculous. Miracles are just good stagecraft performed by a competent illusionist. What we believe in is just common sense and the acceptance of human nature. It is very dark in here.
I know. She won't let me light any more candles.
Why not?
Somebody will come.
Oh, is somebody about?
Yes, and I'd rather not be caught here by him.
Oh. Why? What is it you're doing? A deed without a name.
Playing cards.
All your cards are the ace of spades.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make it a little difficult to play cards?
No, just inevitable.
But then isn't everything in life inevitable? As if it were all written down and rehearsed. Everything is a performance. All the world's a stage! And all the men and women in it merely plays. They have their exits and their entrances.
What about those little unexpected things that happen?
Haven't you ever heard of improv, darling? But generally, everything in life follows a pattern, even the unexpected. For instance, there should be a knock at the door any moment.
Holy shit, how did you do that? You psychic?
No. We've simply been speaking for long enough, and it's time in the narrative for the great author to introduce another character.
What if it's somebody?
It won't be.
How do you know?
As you're waiting for somebody, here in the dark, afraid of his arrival, it cannot be him. For if it was, it would all come to an end. Someone will come in and set the drama on its inevitable course towards a conclusion, allowing us to end this and take a bow at the curtain call. Somebody won't come until the end, if anybody comes at all.
We aren't waiting for anybody, we're waiting for somebody.
Yes, but in order to exist, you need to be expectant. If you've got nothing to wait for, then there's no point hanging around on this bitch of an earth. We may as well be waiting in a wasteland, staring at the scene of devastation. And then there'd be nothing to be done. You see, the great author sends us characters and situations to keep us diverted, sometimes amused, sometimes devastated by these unexpected turns of events and plot twists that nobody really understands. It just is as it is, and we're all along for the ride. And when the denouement comes in Act 5, it's curtain time, and we shuffle off with nothing more to expect from the drama.
So, if I answer the door, you can guarantee it won't be the somebody we're waiting for.
Absolutely.
Alright, but if it's him, cut your bollocks off.
If it is him, I won't need them anymore.
It's not him, it's someone else, it's the other one.
What?
We thought you were someone else.
No, I'm me. But I passed someone else earlier, so they are about, but they were headed in the opposite direction.
Well, bugger off then, we're playing cards.
You can't talk to me like that. I'm a speaker of the book and represent the state. You do know that all the step was a few inches too low. For want of a nail, you know.
What?
For want of a nail, a horse was lost.
For want of a screw, a hole was lost.
That's sexist.
Sexism is against the law. That's one strike, sir. We'll make a terrorist out of you yet. citizen. They have the right to inhabit any public space under the Spatial Habitation Amendment.
But he makes 4 of us. That's a public meeting.
Yes, but the individual is clearly not associated with you in any way. Don't worry. When the moment is right, I shall intervene. Trust me.
Do you mind if I give it a try then?
I see no objection at present.
Excuse me! Are you from around here? You look lost!
I'm not deaf.
Oh,
Yes, I'm lost. No, I'm not from around here.
not from around here. Where are you from?
I'm from over there.
Over there? I've never met anyone from over there. Why do you want to come here?
I didn't like it over there, so I came here.
Okay, hang on, love. He says he's from over there.
Ooh, a foreigner. Terrorist. Do you have your papers?
I have no papers.
Or a terrorist and illegal immigrant. Well, you might not be immigrating.
Yeah, like a day trip.
Yeah, it's not that far from here to over there. Ask it, you seem to speak its language.
I vote the official should take over.
I vote the same.
And the church?
I'm staying out of this one. Separation of church and state works both ways, thank you.
Well, that's 2 for 1 abstains. Just remember, you all asked for this. Now, are you here to stay permanently, or are you just visiting?
I wish to stay here.
Terrorist immigrating illegally. Bingo.
Well, what about that then?
What do I come here for? I heard over there is lovely. Steeped in so much history, all the beautiful mountains and forests. Not to mention the lifestyle you have, so cosmopolitan. Everyone dancing and wearing beautiful folk costumes. Not like it is here.
Oh no, it is not like that at all. That is propaganda produced by the state, designed to distract you from the truth.
You seem to be getting a lot of that here too.
I have seen dreadful things. We are an oppressed people. There is little freedom. We are forced to work for the state for low pay and hardly anything to eat. Our lives are dominated by rules and restrictions. We're forced to work from a young age, hard, physically demanding working in camps the public never sees. We're separated from our families and loved ones. We're forced to stay on the move, living in tents, never in one spot for more than a few months at a time. Our every action watched by the directors and those above us. You have no idea.
Well, you all look like you're having fun.
Whole lies designed to prevent you from finding out what really goes on behind the scenes. We're forced to dress in clothing no rational human being would ever wear and behave in ways no thinking person would.
What is it that you do?
I'm a clown.
Do something funny.
I don't do funny.
Not much of a clown then, are you?
Being a clown isn't about being funny. It's a personal take on logic. It has its own rules in science which we use to explain the cruel and painful world around us.
Why is it usually funny then?
Schadenfreude!
Don't swear at me!
It's not a swear, it's a German word used to describe the act of taking joy in someone else's misery.
Trust the Germans to have a word for that.
Schadenfreude is where the surreal and often abstract situations are used to highlight the tragedy of the human condition, and thus make the observer more accepting of the minor tragedy of their own lives. It's a coping mechanism like the blues music or fairy tales used to teach children about the evil nature of mankind. The greater the pain observed, the more the audience take comfort in their own minor troubles. Well, at least my life isn't that bad.
Laugh, clown, laugh.
Generally, no. I wish to come here because over there we are tortured. Our lives are a misery. Here we will be treated with respect and allowed freedom.
So, why are you tortured?
So that our pain is real. It is a method. We are taught to draw in our pain and externalize it. The more real the pain, the more extreme the suffering, the more the audience laugh and laugh and laugh and forget about their petty agonies. If you're oppressed, we are oppressed more. And if you are hungry, we are starved. If you lose a finger, we'll lose a whole hand, or so you can sit there safe in the knowledge of, poor bastard, at least I'm not him.
I always thought that was a trick, you know, like a fake hand or something.
Oh no, it is far easier to replace the clown. We're all alike. There's no individuality in the mask we wear. Your great Scottish clown, for example. Always the same clown and the same face, but a different soul behind the white paint and red wig.
Right, stranger. If you're immigrating, you need to explain yourself. You need to justify your existence and prove that you are not going to be a burden on the state and that you're not a terrorist and therefore a threat to our way of life. Okay? Now, picture yourself to be in one of our luxurious detention centres. You will answer all questions truthfully. A decision will then be collated from your responses, and the official predetermined decision will be collated by a series of rationale interview formulae, which has been laid down by faceless individuals who have no care for your individual well-being, but the greater care for the population as a whole. Now, as you have not come here through one of our registered detention centres, whereby we can process your application within the required 20 years required, we will assume your intentions are both hostile and invasive.
Why would you assume that?
I will ask the questions. Now, I warn you, any attempt to mislead the questioner will result in your immediate removal. You ready? Okay. Question 1. Are you a terrorist?
No, I'm a clown.
What terrorist targets have you identified for your actions?
I'm not a terrorist, I'm a clown.
Are you part of a wider terrorist organisation, or are you working alone?
I'm not a terrorist, I'm a clown. I ride a bicycle and make balloon animals.
Okay, so at what training camp did you study to become a terrorist?
I'm not a terrorist, I'm a clown. I went to clown school and work in a circus tent.
Are you in the possession of any explosive materials or weapons of mass destruction?
I have no weapons. I have confetti and balloons.
Right. Well, that concludes the first part of the interview. It is clear that you're a terrorist and you have selected targets within this country for your actions. You are a danger to the people and should be restrained while further investigation takes place and your status can be determined.
No, look, I'm sorry, but is all of this really necessary?
You wouldn't be saying anything like this if he was here to invade your house and raping your wife and children, would you?
I don't have a wife and children. But if I did, I sincerely doubt that this poor wretch would be invading anything or doing any harm to anyone.
Well, can't the church do something for him?
Clown, do you accept the great William Shakespeare as your pardon saviour?
I'm an atheist and believe in nothing.
Atheists make the worst religious extremists.
Look, this is out of my hands. This little game of yours is all amusing and everything, but as he is an atheist, and neither of you two are interested in converting, thank you very much, there's really nothing further for me to do here, and I serve no further purpose to this plot. Somebody has now entered to set the drama on its course towards a conclusion. So I shall take this opportunity to exit. But before I go, remember that while I exit here, I enter on other stages, and the great drama of existence continues. We're just the players in it. Adieu. Adieu. Parting is such sweet. Ah, well, you know the rest.
Typical response from the church.
Oh, now all the bleeding hearts and artists have gone. Maybe we can get down to business.
This is going to be exciting. I wonder what next.
I'm not sure I can watch. I mean, I want to, but I also want to look away.
I always feel like that at the circus. It's the thought that someone 1 minute, trapeze artist. Next minute, jam sponge. It's real edge of the seat stuff.
Lion tamer one day, lion shit the next.
Now, terrorist.
I'm not a terrorist. I'm nothing. I'm no one.
I will decide that.
Oh God! Ooh.
What are you doing that for?
Well, he's trained to. Remember, he uses his pain and suffering to make us feel better about ourselves. It's what he does.
Oh, he's very good at it.
Well, he's a trained professional.
Very good, clown. Do it again.
Admit it! You are a terrorist! You have come here to destroy our way of life and bring down our system of government through a campaign of violence and aggression.
I'm not a terrorist. I'm a clown. Please.
I think we're going to need some stronger forms of information retrieval. But don't worry, I came prepared. If you'll just go with these gentlemen, they'll take care of you. Gentle. Now, remember what I said before. Deep down, everyone is a terrorist, especially foreigners. They are almost always terrorists. That's why we need to stop them from coming here for your protection.
Rubbish. That's just xenophobic propaganda.
That propaganda cost the government a fortune.
Wait, the government paid for propaganda to make the people afraid of terrorism.
Well, at first. But after a time, it generates itself. And then you just have to sit back and watch it grow.
Why would a government terrify its own people?
Because it is what the people elected the government to do. So that they can have order, rules must be obeyed. If we didn't have rules, we could not protect ourselves from a foreign terrorist threat. Don't worry. Our government is doing a great job at keeping the terror threat at bay. Any time some loony faction or obscure sect does something to bring notice to their cause, we can exploit that fear, prevent them from getting a hold. Better still, create the fear that it's coming. And then we can clamp down our borders, alienate entire sections of the community. Terrorism works, just not in the way the terrorists instead expect. Thank God, there is no shortage of them to keep the terrorist threat fresh. Now, terrorists, I want the names of your contacts and accomplices in this country.
My contact is other cremaster at the Carnival of the Moon Touring Company. We entertain children and make people laugh.
That, my friend, is the wrong answer!
I think this is wrong.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, I mean, he's a clown. He's supposed to be happy. He's not. I think it's wrong, and you should
him sing for you.
A musical.
And 1, 2, 3. I want your names and contacts, please.
My contact is...
All right. Look. I get we need to protect our way of life and everything, but I don't think this guy's a threat to anyone. Maybe he is just a clown.
I want the names of all your accomplices in this country. Who should we interrogate next? Is someone in this room assisting you?
Look, I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job, and as you are part of the duly elected bureaucracy, I'm sure you have the best interests at heart. So I'm just going to leave you to get on with it, and I'll read all about it in the papers on Monday.
Wait, so you want to stay and see the car dead some more? I feel so glad it's not happening to me.
No, I don't agree with it, but I can't stop it.
Of course you agree with it. You've even joined in. You voted for this.
No, but it's not what I intended. I got a bit carried away, yes, but now I'm leaving so that if anything else happens, I can't be held accountable.
But we are doing this for your protection, for your own good. This is what you wanted.
No, not in my name, mate. If you have any brains at all, you'll leave with me.
No, I have to stay for the punchline. There hasn't been a ta-da. If there's no ta-da, it's not over.
Fine, I'm leaving. But don't look to me if the shit hits the fan for a mop.
Do you have an issue with my current line of interrogation to determine the gentleman's terrorist threat level?
What?
Do you want the clown to sing and dance?
Oh, yes please. Music playing ta-da.
Right! Terrorists, I want each and every name of your accomplices in this country, please.
My contact is out of the master of the carnival.
Again, I want the names of each and every one of your targets.
I'm not a terrorist, please!
We don't want to dance anymore. This is getting dull.
Again! Names! Get out of the way, I'll try it. Names! Contacts! Yeah! Confess! Yeah! Now it's over.
It can't be over.
Yes.
What about my ta-da?
There isn't one. Hang up, boys. Subject committed suicide in order to avoid further question.
Suicide?
He could have put a stop to this at any time by giving the correct answer. He chose to continue, therefore he brought about his own end. There you go. Suicide. Anyway, we're done. Someone will be along soon to collect it.
I thought you were someone.
Look, he's no one. He'll say something small.
Everyone's someone, aren't they?
No. Krishna asks in the Mahabharata, who are more numerous, the living or the dead?
And?
Well, the living, as the dead are no more. He is no one. They're all no one in the end. So many are forgotten. Only the truly remarkable ones remain, and are remembered after they're gone. Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, pulpit. They each transcend generations to become someone, even if the truth behind that is surrounded by propaganda and mythology. But a man, he can become greater than he ever would have been by representing the ideals of those who come after him. Inspiration, that is the true immortality. Inspire and live forever, even if what you inspire is fear.